Welcome to the Get Legit Coach and Course Creator Startup Guide. If you're here, it probably means you're a new coach or course creator, and you're probably feeling a little bit overwhelmed about all the things you need to do to get set up and legitimized online. In this quick startup guide, I'm going to go over each element you need to set up for your business so you can get ready to start taking clients and have everything you need to have a fully functioning online business. Let's get going. When it comes to the technology side of business, things can get confusing really fast. The good news is these elements are all you need to get set up in collecting payments today. Throughout the rest of this presentation, you're going to learn about each one of these elements, why they're important, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks so that you can set up your business as easily as possible using these elements. Now, the last thing I want to say before we get going on all of the elements is it's really important to make a mindset shift when you become an online business owner. It's really tempting to want other people to do things for you, to just hire people out to build websites and things like that. But it's really important that you learn the basics so that you know if what you're getting is actually worth the money should you ever decide to hire somebody out, and so that you know how to actually run your business. You never want to put yourself into a situation as a business owner where you can't solve a problem and you're reliant on somebody else. So keep in mind that although I'm going to teach you how to do this, and there are ways to make it easier, you're ultimately the business owner and you have to learn how to do these things in addition to the coaching and course creation if you want to be a successful, well-rounded business owner. Number one is a domain name or a URL. Domain names give people a little bit of information about who you are and what you do, and it also legitimizes your business online. Think of a domain name as your address, okay? It's the place where people can find you online. Some tips are to keep it very simple, clear, obvious. You don't want to get too fancy here. You want people to know exactly what you do if possible. You can buy a domain on GoDaddy usually for about $12 a year if it's available. And you want to get a .com. You don't want to get a .org, a .net, a .co, etc. because the .com is what people are familiar with. That's what you want to use as a business owner. Also, try to avoid difficult words and double letters. The example I like to use is millenniallollipops.com. That's really confusing to type for a couple reasons, and you really want to make it easy for people to find you. Some examples of domains are getlegit.com, sherithlindeman.com, and andrewcipriano.com. Now that you have your domain name, you want to purchase a professional email that's attached to that domain name. The reason why it's called a professional email is because you attach it to a domain, making it professional. It's not an Outlook or a Gmail. If you use an Outlook or a Gmail or some kind of an email service provider that's not attached to your domain name, you're most likely going to get sent to the spam folder because as of 2024, service providers are really cracking down on non-professional emails with business owners. It only costs around $2 to $5 per month to have a professional email, and you want to think about your professional email as your mailbox to send and receive. You can buy your professional email from the same website that you bought your domain. We recommend GoDaddy. It's the most simple that we found. Do not use a personal email like a Gmail, Outlook, or Hotmail. It will most likely go to spam, and if it doesn't, it will make you look very unprofessional online. And we recommend you getting used to checking this email regularly so that you're not missing out on any potential business opportunities coming your way. Some examples are the team at getlegit.com, Sherith at sherithlindeman.com, and Andrew at andrewcipriano.com. Now that you have your domain and professional email, the next thing you want to do is get a payment processor. You can think of a payment processor like your bank or personal banker. It allows you to collect money automatically from clients. It takes care of all the tracking for your money coming in and out. They're also free to sign up for, and they usually charge you just about a 3% fee for each transaction. Some tips are that you do not want to collect payments manually from clients. This is a very poor way of doing it. It's going to take you a lot of time. It's going to be confusing, and it really isn't professional from the client's perspective. You can set up subscriptions automatically with the payment processor, which is a really nice value add. It makes things very easy in your business. Venmo and Cash App requests are not professional, and they will be more difficult to keep track of over time. Some examples of payment processors are Stripe, which is our top pick, PayPal, and Zelle. But they all are just as easy to use and they all charge roughly the same per transaction. Depending on if you're going to have any face-to-face interaction with your clients, you might want to consider getting a communication software like Zoom. Think of your communication software as your personal office or boardroom. If you don't plan on hosting meetings or coaching, you might not need this, and Zoom has a free option that you can do 45-minute sessions completely for free without a subscription. It integrates with your calendar, which is a huge time saver, so it automatically books everything. It can be used for many different types of meetings like one-on-one coaching, group coaching, webinars, sales calls, teaching, and networking calls. FaceTime is not professional. Phone calls are fine if you don't want to do face-to-face interaction with clients, and you can do sales calls on phone calls. And the free version of Zoom, again, it gives you the 45 minutes, so you might not even need to buy this depending on the type of coaching you're doing. Some examples are Zoom, Google Meet, and Microsoft Teams, but Zoom is our top pick. We find it to be the most user-friendly and universal around. Next, you're going to have to get a calendar. If you want to be a professional business owner online, you need to schedule your time and have a calendar you keep track of. Think of your calendar as your personal assistant. We've done a lot of research and we found that Google Calendar is the most universally accepted and easiest to integrate calendar out there, and there's a lot of people that agree. So we'd recommend Google Calendar. Calendars are an absolute game changer once you get used to using them. Some tips is to take an hour each week to schedule your to-do list on your calendar. You should start scheduling everything on your calendar and get used to using it as a professional online business owner. Integrate this into any funnel or booking links you create so that automatically when somebody wants to schedule, they can do it on an available slot for you. And schedule your free time as well and be realistic about what you put on your calendar. You want to start using this tool for your benefit. And if you do this properly and get used to using it, it will save you so much time and headache. It will be the best thing you do regularly for your business. Some examples are Google Calendar, Microsoft Calendar, and Apple Calendar, but we are pretty much going to unanimously vote for Google Calendar. Next, you want to get a graphic design software like Canva. Think of your graphic design software as your personal graphic designer for your business. This allows you, not a professional, to create attractive ads, logos, funnel and website graphics, videos, social media posts, and edit pictures of yourself. You need to get in the mindset of becoming comfortable with doing this type of work, or you're going to get lost and feel overwhelmed, and you're going to end up overpaying someone a lot of money to do something that you could completely do yourself. Canva takes the cake here. Canva is the best $11 a month I spend in my business. And honestly, as a new coach or course creator, you can probably get away with using the free version. This is the absolute most comprehensive and simple software for beginners starting their businesses. And finally, you can use this software to build $1 million quality business. We've seen a lot of very good names in the industry using this graphic design software for their funnels and websites, etc. Next, you're going to want to understand the difference between organic and paid traffic. Traffic is just a fancy word for the number of people visiting your business, whether it's your website, your funnel, your ads, whatever it is. It's also how people find you. Organic traffic means that you don't pay for it. It's do it yourself, like with social media, in-person networking, word of mouth, and referrals. And paid traffic is just a fancy way of saying paid ads. Here's some tips. There are 1,000,001 ways to get people into your business. You just need to be creative, persistent, and have a good attitude. Just because you have a website or funnel does not mean people will magically appear in them. You have to go and find people and help them to understand how you can help them. The more traffic you get, the more offers you make, the more money you will create in your business. It is that simple. A lot of new coaches and course creators we see try to avoid this part and they don't think that they're doing that. But you have to understand that if you have resistance around this, there's no point in doing anything else in your business. If you don't have traffic, you could have the most attractive websites and funnels and everything ever, and it will not make you any money. You have to go and find traffic. You can do it organic or paid. One is not better than the other, but a lot of new coaches and course creators starting out don't have thousands of dollars a month to spend in ads, so we recommend you get comfortable with the idea of going out and getting organic traffic. Some examples are TikTok, YouTube, Facebook and Instagram, LinkedIn, creating a blog or podcast, local networking events, friends and family, Facebook ads, and Google ads. Number 8 on our list is a website. You want to think of your website as generally just your whole house. A website has many different purposes and pages. Example, the About page, home page, blogs, events, coaching. A website generally says, hey, come on in, feel free to look around. People can easily get lost on your website because there's so much to do. Some tips is before making a website, get your story, your target market, and your problem and solution clear. Remember that a blog and a podcast can be long-term strategies, so there might be quicker ways to get organic traffic rather than focusing too much on those in the beginning. A funnel is actually a better option for new coaches and course creators most of the time because you only have to make one page and is very targeted to a specific action rather than creating an entire website where people can get lost and not make you as much money as quickly. And finally, you can build your own website using a funnel builder, or you will typically pay somebody about $2,000 to $10,000 depending on how much of a website you want. And this isn't a necessary purchase upfront as a brand new coach or course creator. We'd prefer that you just make a funnel and just get people in to test out your products and start making you money right off the bat. Number 9 is a funnel. Now, a lot of people confuse websites with funnels, and this is how we like to think about it. Again, think about your website as your entire house, whereas a funnel is just one specific room of your house. So think of a funnel as just having one very specific point. Where a website is your whole house, a funnel is just that one room. A funnel says, hey, I want you to do this one very specific thing. For example, buy this program, download this freebie, schedule an appointment or a consultation with me, or fill out this payment form. We think that funnels are more important than websites for brand new coaches and course creators. We think they're both important, but in the short term, we think funnels are more important. They're easier to create and they're going to make you money more quickly than a full out website. Funnels are a much simpler way to do it than websites because they only have one page. You can create your own funnels using a funnel builder. Funnel will make you more money and allow you to do it faster than a website. And finally, a funnel might have more than one step. So for an example, you might have 3 pages to a funnel. The first page could be a sales page talking about the product. The second page could be an order form to purchase the product. And the third page could be a thank you page telling them where their product will be delivered. Number 10 on our list is a email marketing software, also known as a CRM or a customer relationship management tool. You can think of this as the post office and a personal assistant put together. The example I like to use is The Devil Wears Prada, where Miranda Priestley is being told who is who at the party by her personal assistant. Have you ever seen that scene where she's like, this is so and so. You talked to them last month. You gave their kids a birthday gift last year, right? So a CRM is going to house every single contact that's ever interacted with your business. It's going to allow you to reach out to them, to keep track of them, to integrate with other softwares to make your business function. At some point, you're going to have an email list in an online business. If you don't know, an email list is where the money is. An email list is a list of people who know who you are, who are ready to buy your products, and who like you. So you're going to need an email list, and it is completely impossible for you to manage an email list with just a professional email without a CRM attached to manage everything. So at some point, you're going to need this, period, as an online business owner. The faster you start collecting emails, the better. We recommend getting an integrated CRM inside of a software as a service platform like GetLegit. Now, the reason that we recommend this is because you really want to house everything all in one place, or else it can get kind of confusing kind of fast. Email marketing does not have to be complicated, okay? You can grab a list of people who like you by giving out a good freebie or a good low ticket offer, and then you can nurture them and talk to them and actually give them value. And if you give them value and you create offers that resonate with them, they'll buy your products. That can be that simple to make money online. Some examples of CRMs are GetLegit. That's obviously our top pick. You can get MailChimp. We actually don't recommend this one. I've personally had bad experience using this one. There was a lot of rules and I wasn't allowed to market my business on there as a coach. So I would not recommend any coaches go on there just from my experience. And another common example is HubSpot. I have not worked with them, so I don't have anything to say good or bad about them. Number 11 is a course hosting software. You can think of this as your personal school or classroom where all of your lectures are saved. You can create courses in like 1,000 different formats. One way is not better than another. Course softwares help you to design, host, and keep track of everything that goes into creating an online course. It will also manage students' access, integrate to collect payments, and keep everything simple and usable. You can use audio, visuals, worksheets, etc. to create your course. Use a format to deliver your education in a way that feels good to you. And remember that a good course software will be equipped to host whatever format you choose to use. We do not recommend using a course software with a separate CRM because then you're going to have a bunch of integrations that are confusing and you're going to feel kind of disconnected and just a little bit overwhelmed when it comes to managing your course, enrollment, payments, etc. Some examples of course software are GetLegit, obviously again our top pick, Kajabi, and Udemy. You may have heard of Linktree before. Linktree is something called a link connector. It pretty much is just like your business card online that allows you to store your links in a very simple and clean and beautiful format. It creates one main link that you will use to link your other lists of important links in your business. It keeps things neat and organized. It helps you in situations when you only have one link, like on social media platforms like TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram. If you want your lead to take a specific action, a funnel actually might be a better situation for you than having multiple links. If you use this, make sure the names, colors, fonts, and links you use match your brand. It's never a good idea to list a ton of links, okay? A confused mind never buys, so we recommend keeping it somewhere between 3 to 8 links should you decide to use a link connector. Linktree is our top pick. It's a very popular one and it's free. The only way you need to pay for Linktree is if you want to get really fancy with the customization, which is completely unnecessary. Another example is something called Beacons. Number 13 on our list is something called automations. If you haven't heard of this before, think of automations as the rules of your business. Automations are simple computer commands you create to make sure everything in your business functions the way you want it to. Think of them as your rule books. If something's not working how you want, you need to either edit or create a new automation. Each time you want something to happen, like send an email, deliver a course enrollment, take a payment, book a call, or tag a lead so you know where they came from and how they've associated with your business, you'll need to create an automation. It is much more difficult and frankly a lot more expensive to use an external automation site like Zapier. We recommend when it comes to automations, you use a software as a service that is integrated with automation features connected to everything else to make it seamless and save you a lot of money. Some examples again are Get Legit, which is all included, or Zapier, which is an external automations website. Now that we've gone through the list, I know it can feel overwhelming to be where you're at. You probably have a lot of questions still that haven't been answered, and you probably are looking at the price tags of all these separate pieces of software that you're going to have to buy to keep your business functioning online. Well, we have some good news for you. A couple of years ago, people recognized this problem with online business owners, so they created something called Software as a Service, or SaaS. Get Legit is an example of a software as a service. The nice thing about using a software as a service is that it combines everything on that list into one place. The only outside purchases you'll have to make are buying a domain from a domain host and a professional email that's linked. Everything else you can run with the software as a service, and the beautiful thing is that it's connected, so there's no overwhelm, and you can do everything all in one place. This allows you to create and control everything without needing professionals. This saves you time, money, and a lot of headache. Remember that software as a service was created for business owners who want to save money and time and who don't want to learn how to code everything or get too lost in the tech rabbit hole. It's important to understand that even with the software as a service, you're still going to have to bring an attitude like a business owner, ready to learn and create your own business. But this tool will actually allow you to do that without spending years or thousands of dollars learning how to create it all and integrate it all from scratch. Without a software as a service, you're going to end up piecing everything together and ultimately spending a lot more money and using a lot more time Googling things and looking up YouTube videos on how to make everything work together. We recommend software as a service for brand new business owners and coaches, and using these platforms, you can soar beyond the $1 million mark without ever having to go anywhere else to get your technology needs met. We really hope this video helped you to understand everything you need to get going online with your business. And we want to remind you if you have any questions at all that this video didn't answer, or if you'd like to get more information on Get Legit, we'd love to hear from you from the team at getlegit.com. Thanks for watching.